We're in the home stretch of the fantasy football season. We're trying to get our rosters together so we can make a move for the playoffs and win the championship in our leagues. And I got 14 players today that you either need to pick up, trade for, or do something with. It is an a la carte thing I'm trying to do for you guys to help you out, to give you some suggestions. It's pretty much a data dump, but these are some players that you need to be interested in going into week 13, and we're going to hit it off with a running back here that surprised this last week, and it's Zonovan Bam Knight from the New York Jets. Michael Carter got hurt. He played 48% of the snaps, but rushed for 103 yards on 17 touches. He's an RB1 if Carter is out, and has shown enough in this small sample that he can be productive. James Robinson was a healthy scratch, and he's a capable pass-catching back out of the backfield. And we all need running backs. We all need an extra running back. We need running backs who are going to get touches at least. Mike Boone is going to be returning from IR. Melvin Gordon cut. Chase Edmonds on IR. Should see a bigger role. Should see some opportunity. 6.8 yards per touch when he was healthy. Easy schedule going forward. So there's a cheap running back that you can look forward to off the waiver wire. And if you need a cheap wide receiver, go over to Cleveland. Look at David Bell, rookie from the Cleveland Browns. Ran 21 routes last week. In his last 3 games, he's seen 5 targets, and 6 targets. Deshaun Watson's coming back. This is a mystery bag. We know he's a stud quarterback, but we could see a big increase of volume with Watson spraying the ball around, with better targets going around for all the receivers in the offense. This might be a wide receiver you might want to take a shot on later in the year. And if you still need running backs, because that's where everybody wants a running back, I got one for you, and this is for the playoffs. Khalil Herbert of the Chicago Bears is expected to return around week 16. He's available in 60% of leagues. 4th in yards per touch among running backs. Top 10 in broken tackles. He's got a solid playoff schedule. This is what I'm looking at. He's got the Bills in week 16, 25th against the run. Week 17th against the Lions, who's 26th against the run. So in your championship games, you got him to use if you pick him up and you need a running back. If you need a wide receiver who's starting to get some run, go over to Jacksonville. Look at Zay Jones, because he's starting to get some workload, and he has been popping off and on all year. He caught 11 of his 14 targets on Sunday for 145 yards, equated to 27.5 fantasy points. 24 targets in his last 2 games. 4th week of the year where he had double-digit fantasy points, so he can give you some production. Going back to running back, because this is what we all need, a running back who is getting workload. Going over to Baltimore to look at Gus Edwards. He's available in 45% of leagues. 52 yards on 16 touches last week. Doesn't sound sexy, but he outsnapped the rest of the running backs on the team. Ravens are 7th in running back efficiency, 3rd in run blocking, so there's going to be some opportunities here. Snatch him up if you can. And another running back here that you may want to get, and you probably already have, friend of the channel, rookie running back Kyren Williams of the Rams played 70% of the snaps last week, 14 touches. The thing is, Darrell Henderson, gone. Cam Akers, doghouse. There's going to be opportunity for the rest of the season for him. The thing about that, though, Rams offense is bad. It's putrid. It is cooked. Quarterback position cooked. Stafford hurt. Offensive line's cooked. So really, there's opportunity here with workload, but it's not going to be counted on. But if you need a running back that's getting touches, Williams could be your dude. Talking about a wide receiver here who has tons of upside and is in an offense that's with tons of upside. Look at Justin Watson of the Kansas City Chiefs. Played 80% of the snaps last week and ran 29 routes. Only got targeted twice, but still on the field running routes. The thing about it, he's on the Chiefs playing with Mahomes. Anybody getting this type of workload, 80% of the snaps, running a ton of routes, is a guy you need to focus on in this offense, because eventually things are going to go his way if he continues to be on the field this much. And a player that could be on the field a lot, if the unfortunate happens, is Dontrell Hilliard, running back of the Tennessee Titans, back up to Derrick Henry. Henry leads the league in carries. Hilliard is a very efficient runner. If something happens to Henry, Hilliard would be the insurance policy to get. Talking about a wide receiver who's been on the come up here, who's flashing some life, coming back from an injury. Michael Gallup of the Dallas Cowboys. If he's still available, take a look at him, because some of the volume's starting to go his way, starting to look healthier, starting to make some plays happen. He's a guy that you can always look at. A player that is now considered a starter. He should be picked up. He should be rostered. We've talked about him all year long, but I want to iterate this, though. He should be considered a rostered player who should be starting now, is Isaiah Pacheco of the Chiefs. He needs to be in lineups now because he's getting workload. He's getting touches. Back-to-back weeks of double-digit fantasy points, 23 touches, third game of over 65 yards. This guy's getting production. This guy's getting workload. And he's on the Chiefs. And we want that money printer go Burrow with Patrick Mahomes. If you need to take a flyer at wide receiver, you're in a deep league, or you're hurting really bad, go over to the New York Giants and look at Richie James. A touchdown in back-to-back weeks. 40 or more yards in both of those games with double-digit fantasy points. Wan'Dale Robinson is on IR. Richie James is a slot receiver, going to get slot snaps, can be plugged into that role. And this is only if you're hurting, if you're in a deeper league. Also, if you need a running back in a deep league, if you're looking for upside, or if you just need a splash play, go over to Buffalo. Take a look at James Cook, the rookie running back. 30.4% opportunity share last week with a 17.3% snap share. Led all running backs on Thanksgiving with 5 targets. His role has been increasing slowly by the week. This could amount to something later in the year. This is a total upside play. Like him over Kyren Williams going forward for sure. If you need a cheap, proven bell cow back to trade for, if you're still able to make trades in your league, look at Latavius Murray for the Denver Broncos. Proven bell cow right now. 77.8% opportunity share, 79.3% of the snaps played last week, 14 touches, 98 yards. Not the sexiest thing, not going to make you feel good, but if you're in poverty at running back, this is a play you could possibly make. And a running back I told you to get all year long and is hitting now, some of you guys debated me in the comments, is Rachaad White from Tampa Bay. And I told you, 85.2% opportunity share last week, 89.6% snap share, 31 routes last week, 9 targets, 9 catches, 45 yards. You're looking at a little David Johnson action out of this guy. And this was the main stash. We did like 50 stash videos a week. Rachaad White was the top dog. Rachaad White's the guy that's hitting. The top stash is hitting for us this year. I hope you got him rostered. And if you can make a play for him somehow, some way, trade, pick up, whatever, stimulus package, whatever you can, go ahead and get him, because the usage in the passing game is what makes him intriguing. But that's 14 options to help your fantasy team out this week. These are either players you can pick up off waivers, trade for, do whatever, but I'm just throwing some stats against the wall, seeing what works for you. Let me know if you got any ideas down in the comments. Maybe you can help somebody else out with that as well. But I want to thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button on the way out. It's only going to help you going forward, because I'm going to help you with stash plays, waiver wire pickups, trades, NFL draft, Dynasty, Devy, all kinds of stuff for fantasy, and it's all right here. I want to thank you again for watching, though. I'll catch you on the next video.